Hi my little psychos! Today I have an appointment with Employ and the money advice service, and I have a few errands to run, so I will see you in a bit. So I am back now. I saw the money advice service. He was very nice and very helpful, and it's given me an action plan to do in the next couple of days if my anxiety will allow me to, because there is phone calls and I am not good on the phone. I panic when it comes to phone calls. That's why most of the time I don't answer the phone to people, because I'll be sitting there staring at my phone with scream eyes. And if you don't know what scream eyes is, it's when you see someone with sudden realization of horror and their eyes just go like they've just gone ah! Scream eyes. So yes, I've got a plan of action to do, and I saw my advisor, my new advisor at Employ. We had a discussion and she got to know me a little better, so she knows how to help me a bit better. She knows not to phone me. she's gonna text me if she needs anything. She wanted to know how I wanted help, and I basically don't know what I can do. I don't know what jobs I can go for. I don't know what my limits are. So we're gonna find that out, and it'll also be better because I hate going to interviews and pretending like I'm 100% fine when I'm not. I'm actually very up and down, especially lately, and I hate making out that I'm a perfectly normal, healthy human being who can do whatever they expect me to do, and it's not always the case, because some days my back might be bad, some days I might have a migraine, some days my anxiety might be going nuts, some days I'll have no energy from my hypothyroidism and B12 deficiency. It is chaotic, and I hated going to interviews and I'm not knowing, but you have to do that, otherwise you're useless to them. You will never get hired. Employ will mediate and help me and the employers get a good relationship and make sure everything's okay and we're both happy in that. So after I went to Employ, I went to a little town not far from me and put my shoes in to be rehealed. Went to Holland & Barrett because I got an email that I have a voucher for a free bottle of vitamin D. I don't know if I'm gonna take them. Maybe in the winter, I'm not sure. I think it's best that I should talk to my doctor about it in the next appointment I have, whenever that is. Because I'm a redhead as well. And redheads, they've done scientific studies because we're like an anomaly. We are a mutated gene strand thingy. I sounded like I knew what I was saying then. And our skin type is different from other hair colours because we absorb more vitamin D in less time and in unfavourable conditions. Like, we can absorb it during a thunderstorm, so we have naturally a higher absorption rate. I think it's maybe because the skin's a bit translucent, something like that. I don't know. Being a redhead certainly is, we have a lot of things that are different to other people. Like, did you know that redheads need more anesthetic? Because something in the chromosome things, almost sounded like I had no idea what I was saying then, makes you more immune to the anesthetic, so you need more anesthetic than normal. But we do also have a higher tolerance for pain, which is good because we always get sunburned. So yes, anyway, rambling. Went and picked up my shoes, and the joke is that my shoes are old, 2 old pairs of shoes. One I got in the sale, and the other one I got when I was about 16. So I got them rehealed because the ones I got when I was 16, the heel just disintegrated when I was wearing them. The last time I was wearing them, it just crumbled away. So I got them rehealed, and it cost more to get them rehealed than they cost. At least one pair I know of. The other pair I'm not too sure, but they cost more to get the little bits of plastic stuck on the bottom of them than the whole shoe. Anyway, I have had a bowl of cereal. I am resetting my old laptop because I had the laptop for 3 years. The hard disk died, so we got a new hard disk for it. Then when I was installing all the drivers, a virus piggybacked on one of the downloads, got into the computer, got rid of it. Fine, great, okay. Then I made the mistake of clicking on the Windows 10 upgrade. It was the most horrific decision of my life. It rendered the laptop completely unusable because you couldn't right click. It crashed every time you right clicked. You couldn't use any of the features that came with Windows 10 because they were all bugged and not working. There was just a lot of things that had messed it up, and basically I couldn't use the computer, plus it was so slow when it came to opening anything, and I couldn't get on the internet either or anything like that. So I went to roll back to Windows 7. Windows 10 had deleted the rollback file, so I couldn't roll back again. I couldn't use the computer. It was just my old computer, my Lappy, worked better. I don't think you'll ever see Happy the Lappy, but he was a rainbow laptop that I'd painted with nail varnish and put a rainbow smiley face as the desktop screen, and it was Windows 2000 Millennium Edition. So if you wanted to open something, you had to plan ahead. Click on that thing, go get a bath, read a book, come back, and it may be open. Happy the Lappy was better than Windows 10. I couldn't do anything with it. So got a new laptop, which when it was sat on its own, safely on a table, not in this heatwave just gone, the one before that, sat completely on its own, no one interacted with it, and the screen cracked. And the company that the laptop was from wouldn't honour the warranty because they said that it was a user fault and not a component failure. I understand their point of view, but they have to understand that this could happen. I mean, there could have been a fault in the laptop screen, and then when it was hot, it expanded and cracked. Just like windshields. If you have a windshield with a chip in it, and it gets cold and then hot again, it will crack. Anyway, can't even find out the component part number to get a new screen on it. So I'm currently using the big TV, because I was using the little TV, but then technology hates me and it was being uncooperative, shall we say. So I'm using the big TV, so I'm squinting away because it's all the way over the other side of the room and trying to read that distance, even though a zoom in is a bit tricky. So yes, the plan is the old laptop is going to be completely wiped, reset, Windows put back on it, and give Windows 10 a try, because it's only free for the next 4 days now. So I'm going to give it a try. If not, I can always get rid of it and put Windows 7 back on. So I'm doing that currently, and it's on 99%, but that means nothing because it was on 1% for about half an hour and 66% for half an hour. I am quite exhausted now because I have been walking around and up and out, and it doesn't seem much, but when you have so many things that make you tired anyway, you kind of get exhausted quite quickly. So I'm going to watch some Laurenside and relax and have a drink and chill out. So I decided to go out to the supermarket. I needed something to drink, I had no cold drinks in the house. I wanted to get some healthy snacks. Walked down to the supermarket, and as I was wandering around with my trolley, bumped into John, who decided to go to the supermarket after work to pick up some drinks and dinner for us. So that was it was kind of weird because, I don't know, you don't expect to bump into your partner outside without knowing that they're gonna be there. I don't know, I don't know what everyone else is like, but it's just a bit weird for us. I think it's like the first time it's ever happened. Yes, I am still trying to sort out my old laptop. It is updating Windows. It has been doing that for 3 hours. I started with the reset and everything about 4 o'clock. It's now 1 o'clock and it's still doing stuff and updating and downloading. But the last check, it still wasn't working right. So it might be all for nothing. And then I went and looked at some articles online and I found the most amazing invention ever. It's called Sushi Maru, and it's this little cat sushi maker device that you put your fish or topping in the bottom, then you put your little rice in a little scoop and plop it in, cover it up, and then you press the cat and it spins. I thought it was going to spin like crazy, but we've watched a video and it doesn't spin like crazy. But it spins, and that's how it sticks the topping to your rice, so you don't have to try and put it on properly. I mean, I can make sushi. I don't, have a problem with the pressure, because you can press it too hard, you can press it too soft, and I don't have an issue with that. I make onigiri quite regularly. So yeah, I've been sat there for however long the video was and however long I was reading the article for, and I have just been sat there like it's awesome. I know it's a bit naff, and the sushi is actually like the size of that much foam, and it's better just to make it properly and all that, and it'll probably never get used, but it's a little sushi thing with little sushi dishes and a little cat and Sakura, and I like it. But it'll kind of be like when John bought me a candy floss machine, and it doesn't get used often because it makes such a small amount of candy floss at a time. You just eat it all before you've even made the next batch. But it does get used, it's just not often. So yeah, if you are lucky enough to be a friend and invited around, and I feel like you're making candy floss, you'll have fresh candy floss from my candy floss maker. The cat and yeah, Sushi Maru. It's so cute. I want it, but I don't at the same time. Waste the money, but I want it. I don't know. So still waiting for the updates and whatnot. Then John's making dinner. He has decided we are having curry tonight. So we're going to have chicken curry, not sure what kind of curry. Probably like a tikka with all veggies and chicken and a bit of coconut milk. And I've told him not to make too much because we always end up with great big huge bowls of curry, and we don't eat it all because one, our eyes are very much bigger than our bellies nowadays. Do you find that you could eat more when you were younger? I don't know. I think it might be a thing. I think it's like the more weight I put on, the less I can eat. I did end the vlog earlier, but I've just had to come on and say about how awesome this Sushi Maru is, and I want it in my life, but I don't at the same time. They need to make an adult size one that has like centrifugal force spinning dishes instead of just them rotating from one side to another when you press the cat. It needs to be proper. Press the cat and it winds it up and it just spins. That would be amazing. Someone get on that. Make me an awesome, cute sushi making device that has Sakura on it and cats and helps make sushi. But speaking of it, we haven't had sushi in so long, or sushi rice, or onigiri, or anything. Might be the plan soon to go and get some sushi. We really have to check out a place in Liverpool that's meant to be really nice, but it's tiny, tiny little place you need to book, and we never think ahead to book. But yeah, proper sushi. I've never been to Japan. We aim to go to Japan at some point. We both like a lot of things from Japan. Like the food, and John likes the Gundam. We like Studio Ghibli and animes, and yeah, so we like quite a bit. Pokemon. Not obvious at all. But yeah, we like a few bits. Even like, there's an old game that I've been trying to get hold of for John called, it was originally called Project Zero. And then that got changed to Fatal Frame. But it was on the Xbox. And then there was another on the Xbox 360. And then I think it shifted completely to the Wii or something. But yeah, brilliant game. Scared the crap out of you, but I am a spectator. I am not a player of scary games because I already have problems keeping my pulse and heart rate down to under 100. So yes, I am not one for playing the scary games. I'll listen to scary stories and watch horror films and be completely fine. It's just jump scares. They're just a cheap way to get someone scared. So yes, we hope to go to Japan someday. Save up and go to Japan and go to the 9 Pools of Beppu and all different places. I can't remember where I want to go. Like the Ghibli Museum, the Gundam Museum. Loads of places we want to go to. I kind of want to go to the Suicide Forest because I've heard it's a very unusual atmosphere in there, and it's just still and dark and a bit odd. So, and one of my things is I have to go and see a bamboo forest. I have random little, I suppose you'll call them bucket list items, but they're the most random little things. One of them is to go see a bamboo forest, and the other one is to see fireflies, because I have never seen fireflies. That's a plan someday, maybe, hopefully. Don't know, probably not. It's expensive. But yeah, someone needs to make me a giant adult-sized centrifugal force cute sushi maru. We make quite a lot of sushi. It's not sushi, quite a lot of Japanese food. Make gyoza, and I'm probably butchering the names of these things, but I can't speak English correctly, so make gyoza and lots of ramen. We make ramen a lot, and okonomiyaki and onigiri. We are quite partial to a lot of Japanese food. Nothing that wiggles though. No. So yes, I'm going to wait for dinner. Sit in awe over the sushi maru. All I could think sat there with my mouth agape was the time I first saw real life hippos. We went to Busch Gardens and there was a hippo swimming about in its little enclosure area. He was just swimming up and down, happy as Larry, and I just sat there in complete awe because hippos are cool. Hippos are underestimated. They're cool, and I was just so amazed at this. It's just minimal effort, this little kick here and there, sliding along. It was brilliant. I may show you the photo someday of me looking at hippos, because I look like a child that's just seen Santa for the first time. It's like, oh. Yeah. Anyway, waffling. Always waffling. Waffles. It works. It actually works. I just right-clicked and it didn't crash and it didn't start a doomsday clock or anything. I think I now have another working laptop. I managed to do it all on my own. I'm not surprised about that, but technology hates me. You know, Cortana wants me to ask her stuff, and I appear to have no files because, well, I wiped it. So yeah, it works. Oh my god, a Windows product that works. It's come out in the last 5 years? Anyway, I have just gotten a Pidgey. come up on my game and I'm going to catch them because I want some experience points. Plus I'm testing out a theory on catching them. But yeah, craziness. Technology worked for me. Now I just had to find the screw that fell out of it. Anyway, I need to catch this Pidgey. Come here, Pidgey. Whoop. If this catches, it would be great because I now have a blind patch from the light on the camera. No, he jumped out. Whoop, bonk, sick. Oh, come on, I hit him. Whoa, where the hell did that ball go? Yeah, and now the owner of the 8,987th Pidgey. Yep, he's worse than all of my other Pidgeys. To the meat grinder you go. But I do have Eevee, 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 Eevee. I've been waiting to get to 6 Eevees just so I can sing that. I have to find more to make a more elaborate song. I'm thinking to the Happy Tree Friends tune. Something along that lines. Anyway, for sure, this is the last time I will say goodbye. I've already said goodbye twice. But I wasn't well, okay. I think my computer wants to be called 32. That's what's randomly typed in. Anyway, it's called Deep Thought. It's not allowed to be called 32. If anything, 42. I don't know what the other one's called. I don't think it's earned a name yet. But this one's called Deep Thought. Do you get the reference? Do you? Are you old enough? I will definitely say goodbye. And see you in the next video. Bye!